Good day and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day. Happy Wednesday today. Back to playing the old Euro Truck Simulator. We're getting places in our business. Bought another garage recently. So please like, share, and follow. Super appreciated if you did that. So today we're trying another way of doing things. We'll see if it works. Better or worse, I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Put the poll up, dudes. All right. Here's a good one today, guys. Gotta know your answer. There we go. Poll is in place. Where's the stuff here? And they move things around a bit. Latest comments, alerts is up there now. Okay. Put the poll beside that, I guess. Figure out how to move it. Polls, there we go. Scroll it up. Michael, thank you for liking. Like a lot of information. One spot now. I want it up beside the alerts. Quote right there. All right. Looks good to me. We will go back to the game here. Grab some cargo. We've done the Cruising Iberia event, as you can see. See that? You could still cruise it for fun, but I think that they've almost got all the kilometers anyway. We look here, how tired are we? We're about halfway, so we're okay. So let's turn the radio on so you guys can enjoy this fine Facebook music. And here's a good reason why you want to like and stuff like that. Right there. You like and share. It helps the algorithm. There you go. Play that song for you. And we'll check the job market and see what's good where we're at. We're up here today. We can haul a pressure tank for 50 big ones. Quite a ways, eh? A reservoir tank. I guess that's not too bad, eh? Strasbourg. Nicholas Fire Devil, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. And iced coffee we could haul. This one's like $54 though, thing, so let's grab that one. Pressure tank. We love hauling pressure tanks, probably. I'm not really sure, to be honest. So, if you're at all curious about the resources, yesterday, with the same settings pretty much, I ran the NVENC settings, and you don't want to miss it. And then I had about 60% GPU and around 30% CPU. Right now I'm running software. This is with the game on and driving around. I'm running the game with the software encoder today. And it's about 52% GPU right now, jumping around 54%. And 30% CPU. So it appears the GPU, it's kind of jumping up and down, but it seems to be about the same. Hello, Nicholas. How are you? William, hello. Joey, thank you for liking and sharing. But if you're ever kind of wondering the differences, I don't know. It seems that running the same kind of stuff, the software encoders, it jumps around a bit more, but I don't know. I think the software is running, or everything is running a little better, probably because I'm on computer. But I don't know. It appears to be roughly the same. Same, or maybe a little better with software encoding. I know everybody's curious about that, but I mean, if you're interested in streaming and stuff like that, maybe you might find some value in that, you know? Alright. But same game. And same stuff as yesterday, just different encoding. Does the stream look any different today, William? You were here yesterday. Is there differences in sound or anything like that? I actually didn't run the browser window. I could do that, I suppose. Maybe we'll not go in reverse the whole time though. Alright, look at the sky for a second here. There we go. Sound didn't even reverse the whole time though. There we go. Sounds about the same, eh? Alright. Sounds similar but looks smoother. Oh, there you go. That's interesting. You think, I guess maybe because of the GPU isn't working quite as hard right now. Like 5% less GPU use, and the CPU use is about 10% higher. That 45% CPU. Stevie, thank you for liking, much appreciated. So we're actually, because I think I said it was around 30% CPU yesterday and about 60% GPU. So, I mean, it's still hitting 60% GPU sometimes. But, I don't know. I guess it's all good either way, right? There's 2 likes for me. Well, thank you very much. Julian, thank you for liking. William, thank you for liking. You know, when I say that, it sounds like I'm thanking you for liking, like as in werewolves. Isn't that liking as well? We have to sleep? We're okay. 13 hours, we will have to sleep at some point. But, you know, how it goes, eh? Maybe we shouldn't speed like a speed racer here. I was watching a Fast and Furious trailer earlier. New movie, looked kind of cool. Fast 9 or whatever it is now. And I also watched the trailer for recently for Ryan Reynolds' movie with Free Guy, and a trailer for Ryan Reynolds' movie for the hitman's bodyguard's wife. So I've been checking out all the prospective new movies. Zack Snyder also has a like a zombie movie coming out that looked kind of interesting, where they're in Vegas trying to do that's your profile name. Yeah, I think I remember that from before. I always thank every name though if I can, so I don't miss anything. That Zack Snyder movie looks kind of fun though. They're in Vegas trying to rob a vault there where there's zombies all over the place, including tiger zombies. It's kind of fun. Well, I went for a blizzard just before right now, eh? And right now it's at 32 and 60. But the CPU seems to float around 60 no matter what, or the GPU seems to float around 60 no matter what, I think because of the game. But the CPU is not actually that much higher. It's only like 5% higher. Yeah, I had a blizzard just before. And I had the Girl Guide Cookies blizzard. That was pretty good. The mint Girl Guide Cookies blizzard. I enjoyed that one. That's a limited time only thing, so I thought I'd give her a try. I was originally gonna get one of them Royal Reese's blizzards, but decided on the Girl Guide one. I made Indian tacos for supper. That sounds good. Talk about delicious. All right. So if this runs it better, ultimately, I don't know how heavy in demand Euro Truck is compared to other games, but I guess if you're playing a computer game and you're working your GPU, because ultimately there's more CPUs. Like I have 10 core i9, right? So I figured that it'd be worth trying the the software driven encoding as well. I'm still running at 6,000 bit rate. Hey Smith, thank you for liking. You bought black beans instead of kidney beans. Does that make a big difference? Hey Kristen, I'm just talking about the blizzard I just had. I had a Girl Guide cookie, mint Girl Guide cookie blizzard. So it was pretty good. I'd recommend a try if you get a chance. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. You know, actually, maybe the GPU is even higher. It's like 65% right now. Guess there's no best way. Pops up there no matter what, eh? Probably higher CPU and GPU using the software encoding rather than the graphics card. Overall, the numbers. You better go get a blizzard. You need the blizzard. You need the Girl Guide. You gotta support the Girl Guides. They have good cookies. I actually had Somebody at work was selling some Girl Guide cookies. Get them packages there safely. That's right. So as a comparison, you guys, today I'm running the same settings, except for I'm running, instead of NVENC, I'm running the X264. I felt a couple stutters in the game when I was running it off of the GPU yesterday. Seems smooth in the game today, but it is running things a little bit higher. Like it's like 37% CPU, 56% GPU, 57. And yesterday it was, I recalled what I said was about 60% GPU and around 30 CPU. So roughly the same, but maybe the game is a little bit smoother because it's a computer game. And I'm running the bitrate at 6,000, and of course the video is at 1080p. So if you're kind of interested in the specs of streaming, Facebook partners can go in 1080p and the higher bitrate. I think for the Level Up program it's a little bit lower. I think it's 720p, or maybe it's the before Level Up program it's 720p is the maximum. So hopefully everything's running smooth. You can let me know if it's not. If compared to yesterday, especially if you were here both days, be interesting to see how well things work in comparison, because otherwise I'm just going off the VOD and that kind of thing. But I feel the graphics are a little bit less stuttery. Do you start low online, or is it set overall for each player type? I'm not sure what you mean there. Like, for the graphics I'm using? I'm confused. I confuse easily sometimes. Although it does jump around, like it's 36 and 58 right now, and did somebody say something I missed? Oh, and Angel 21? Oh, okay. Oh, for EASHL, it's pretty much set, although you got little perks you can add and it modifies it slightly. So, if you want a faster player, like for example, defense would be an offensive defenseman, or I think a puck moving defenseman. I think offense is the fastest for offensive players. Danglers and snipers are the faster ones, but in exchange for that speed, they make them like you aren't as hard hitting. So you could have like a solid check and you'll kind of bounce off somebody that's like a power forward, for example. Or if you're a power forward, then you'll hit harder, but you won't skate as fast. Same goes with defensive defensemen and enforcer defensemen. They're really slow, but they hit hard, and that kind of puts you at a disadvantage at some play. You're 6'3" player, usually 220. The player for EASHL is not the same as the player for Be a Pro. So if you want to set up an EASHL player, you're gonna have to build them as well. Just so you know. Even though it's like the same concept, really. So on the road here, it looks like the usage is about the same, so I guess it really depends on how the game runs. I'm just looking at the stats, you know. We need a place to rest, though. We're sleeping. You go by realistic size. I like the speedier players myself, so I'm generally a sniper. In real life, I wouldn't be a sniper. But kind of depends. Depends what you're playing, what the team needs, you know. You know, sometimes some things will benefit or balance somebody else out a bit too. The bigger players, like the slower ones that hit harder, they'll tend to get more penalties, which is kind of frustrating sometimes, because if you're playing 3-on-3, you're constantly getting penalties. It's penalty shots. Or if you're playing 5s, then you know you'll get lots of situations where your team's at a you know, a man down kind of thing. Power forward or playmaker. Yeah, playmaker would get less penalties out of those two. I mean, power forwards, if used properly, they're awesome. But there is times where a lot of people will get penalty after penalty after penalty, which can be costly to the team, of course, you know. So it depends. If you're Lucic kind of player, there's some years where he was like super beneficial, and then other years he was super full of penalties. So he would definitely be a power forward. I liked him on the Kings. It was a good BC boy, Lucic. And where's the darn rest stops? Why are they always, when I'm tired, farther away, right? Man, there's none. Oh, here's one over here. Oh, look at all those turns to get to it. Oh well, what can you do, right? You're a two-way defender. Yeah, that's a good middle of the road kind of one. Like, you know, a little bit of both. You know, I want to just click that back there so I can see what I'm looking at. Thank you for the share, Rich. Earlier, I just saw that just now because I had that screen covered up for doing my graphics test there. Hello, Sam. I hope you're doing well. Happy hump day. But yeah, there's always different things you can try out and stuff and see what works best for you in that mode. Have you ever played EASHL before? The via pro mode, you kind of build your character up. You know, your stats improve slowly over time. In EASHL, they're kind of more or less preset in it this year. My label. What's wrong with my label? Is it good? The packages. I think that's what it's called. What comedian did you guys pick there for the poll? Yashawa, thank you for following. Much appreciated. We gotta go to sleep in for our character. You know, it's a reoccurring theme that my character's almost always half asleep with no gas or no resting spots nearby. But there's one coming up. Hopefully we'll get there with minimal finds. Oh, the level. I'm level 30 something now. Let's check. Level 36. So you're level 23, eh? That's pretty cool. Do you got a Scania truck, or what kind of truck do you have, Sam? I like the Scania truck so far. It's been pretty cool. So we gotta go over here before our guy absorbs all the air in the atmosphere. I'm yawning too much. We don't want our guy to have all the yawns in the world. Oops, I almost pushed too much brake there. We're hauling all the stuff. You know who on those comedians who made a wicked, like not a stand-up part of it, but the who made a awesome team was Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. Those guys are such an awesome pair. Where we gotta go? Oh, didn't even get fined. Eddie Murphy, he was great. Robin Williams was great. They're all great, these guys. Guess we're okay for gas anyway. But I mean, if I go near a gas pump where it's easy to reach and stuff, I might as well gas out. Hopefully we're clear of the barrier for the trailer. Getting more of these drivers not be able to find tasks sometimes. Cost a bunch of dough. Don't get hit by a bus. I didn't see that logging truck. What about you, William? What did you pick for a comedian? I think it's well, George Carlin's not getting too many votes so far. It looks like it's mostly between Richard Pryor and Robin Williams so far. Oh, you picked Robin Williams, eh? Yeah, he had a really good stand-up act. He improvised a lot of it too, you know. There's so many comedians though you could pick from, you know. One comedian I liked is Stephen Wright. Although he probably wouldn't get a lot of votes, because he's relatively unknown, but he had a pretty good dry humor. So I liked his humor. It's subtle. Ved, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Ashawat, thank you earlier as well. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I turned on my lava lamp in the background. Cool effect, man. A groovy effect. Kind of hard to see it, but there, you can kind of see it. Paul, thank you for liking. Ben, thank you for liking. Ved, thank you so much, guys. We're all over the road. Oh crap, I hit somebody. 400 bucks. Hello, Ben. I'm driving around your part of the world here. Well, I'm not in the UK, but I'm floating around France and Germany at the moment. That's not too far. I mean, you could hop on a quick flight, meet up for coffee, right? By the way, guys, if you are new, don't forget to hit that follow button. Be appreciated. How am I? I'm good, thank you. What level are you in the trucking gaming business here, Ben? I'm like level 30 something now. Train takes 3 hours to France. That's not bad, eh? Guess you don't even have to fly. Or you could take a ferry or something, eh? That's how I get to the UK and back in this game, at least. We are 452 kilometers away from our destination here. Look at this truck I got, Ben. What kind of truck do you drive? Is it one of these ones? Yeah, I got a little bobblehead over there. Got like a fancy bed and stuff over there. Not cost $40,000 flipping the darn thing. I can only look back there for half a second. But we're cruising. We got a Rocket League ball. I bet you like that. Pointing up there, you know. I think that's the right direction, right? Lowe's and everything. Oh, you drive a Scania and a Volvo. Nice. You got a whole bunch of drivers. The Hidden, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Alright, you guys. We are bringing the stuff home so that they have what they need. You want to know what it is that we're hauling? You can see it kinda in the mirror. There's something cool. Fix. There it is right there. It's a pressure tank. Over here so that guy can merge in. Why am I going so slow? You got your 2S rank yesterday. Well, congratulations on that. Who's your favorite comedian, Ben? Did you vote? William voted for Robin Williams. Obviously, he's got good taste, but I mean, I don't think you could pick. I don't think there's a bad one on the list. These guys are all very funny men. Could have made that list like 100 people long, but you know, I had to pick. I usually what I do is I go and look on the top of some web page will have a ranked list of stuff, and I'll pick some of the top ones from there, kind of thing. You voted? Well, who did you vote for? It doesn't tell me who voted for what. Just like to kind of hear. You could really mess me up. You could tell me one and vote for another. It don't matter. But he's a guy who Ben likes. Is he like, hello? Mrs. Doubtfire's actor, or Shrek. Richard Pryor, he was a funny man. Did you ever watch the Richard Pryor story? He was that interesting documentary, that guy. He immobilized himself there, set himself on fire. Your first stand-up act was Eddie Murphy? Was that the one with he's talking about the hamburgers? They wanted McDonald's. And then his mom made him homemade hamburgers with giant onions in it. Howie Mandel was tempting. Howie Mandel was tempting to put on that list. He was actually pretty funny stand-up comedian back in the day. With his Bobby. I am Bobby. But hear no evil, see no evil. Did you ever see The Toy? That's like a really old Richard Pryor movie, but it's like some rich kid wanted him as a... Oh! What a jerk. Yeah, I didn't get fined for that. Some rich kid wanted him as a toy, and so he needed money, so he was the kid's toy, and eventually, it was a life lesson and stuff like that. Rafiq, thank you for following, much appreciated. But The Toy was pretty good. From what I remember, it might not have dated well. I don't know, how movies are. I watched it when I was pretty young. It wasn't even new when I was young, I don't think. But it had what's his face, Jackie Gleason or something like that in it. If you think about it, that's how old it is. He was like the father of the kid. But it might not have aged well. So if that was the case, don't blame me. Like I said, I was a kid when I watched it, and I think it was already not new when I watched it. It is sometimes. Movies, you remember them better than they were. Although Richard Pryor, he was really famous because a lot of people didn't like him back in the day. A lot of the fame of comedians came from that, though. They were, how there's always these memes going around saying how, oh, when I was growing up, our generation's so tough because, we watched comedians like this, right? Andrew Dice Clay and Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and stuff like that. But really, they're famous because they offended people. Like these memes say, I wasn't offended, or we weren't offended by these guys, but people back then were offended by those guys, and it's funny. Just every generation's a little bit different, But really, I mean, look at this guy. What's he doing parked there in front of everybody, eh? There'll be something right now that's offending, like people, like, for example, like there's politicians that are calling for boycotting this guy or this company or that company for all sorts of things. Like there's like all these people like offended about something. They're offended that these companies are making choices to get the most money for their business. Seinfeld was close on the short list. This generation seems far too sensitive. I think it's all like perspective though, really. I mean, if they're they're just more aware that they're don't say mean things. And you get to hear about it more because of stuff like Facebook and social media. I mean, back in the day, Archie Bunker was intended to to basically make fun of the racist dinosaur, right, at the time. And and so there's stuff like that. And then they're like, but like people were offended just as much by things back then too. So Seinfeld, favorite show of all time. You know what? I got to watch Seinfeld in person doing stand-up about 3 or 4 years ago when he did a tour. But it was really good. Favorite show of all time. I'm not really sure what my favorite show of all time is. I have to think about that because there's so many good shows. Jerry's the man. Do you like the Larry David show too? Because that's a lot of the same kind of humor. Because Larry David wrote a lot of Seinfeld and stuff, eh? So if you haven't watched the Larry David show, you might enjoy that too. Fifth, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Yeah, Seinfeld was really good live. He was funny. I watched it in a smaller city. Had to drive a couple hours to get there, kind of deal. But and he made the first jokes he's made about how all his whole career he had been meaning to do a show in this city that I was in, and he's like making it like he would have been there. He says, yeah, New York, LA, and then he named the funny city I was in, some little tourist town over in the lake region of BC. Sometimes they have shows there. I went and saw Weezer there too, actually. That was a good show. Although, the last time I went there, the hotel I stayed at, the Wi-Fi was terrible. It was really hard to get any old internet to look at the Facebook. But yeah, no, it was a really good show. Can't remember. Yeah, he had an opener, I think. I can't remember who the opener was now. The opener was good too. Pretty bad, eh? You can't remember who the openers are sometimes, or the opening bands, I'd have to say the most unique for bands, the most unique opener that I've ever seen was Faith No More was the headliner, and they had MD. Thank you for following, much appreciated. Faith No More was the headliner, and their opener was Christine, and it was like kind of shock rap, I guess, is what you might. Game link. This is Euro Truck Simulator 2. You can always find that on Steam. Tuvik. I think there's a big sale right now, unless that sale's over. But Christine was this guy that was kind of shock rap, I guess. Was pretty entertaining actually, but some people were like pretty surprised. Although if you know Faith No More, it's not really surprising that Christine would be an opening act for them. Seemed like a perfect match, to be honest. But the other ones I've seen, I've got to see Tragically Hip. I've watched in concert for a Canadian act. That was pretty good. And they had Arkells opening for them. Faisal, thank you for following, and Usman, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Have you seen any good concert, you guys? I'm a big Mike Patton fan, so Faith No More will always be my favorite one. But as far as it goes, I've got to see Mike Patton perform for a band called Peeping Tom as well. Here's another one of his side projects, and I've got to see Mike Patton perform for a band called Tomahawk. A couple times for Tomahawk actually. Then their Tomahawk's releasing a new album right away. With any luck, we'll get see some Mike Patton tours coming up here once the virus is taken care of, you know. Because Mr. Bungle, which is another project of his, put out an album during COVID. And Tomahawks has an album coming out, I think this month. Either this month or next month. Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood. Whose Line Is It Anyway kind of live show. Nice. That would be cool. I think I remember seeing when Colin Mockery was on tour. He's the bald guy, right? Looking at your name, by the way, when I'm looking over there. He's Canadian, Colin Mockery, I think, as well. If I recall right. I'm not sure who Brad Sherwood is, though. Balding, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, all the Whose Line Is It Anyway guys, you know. I think he's the one with the least hair. I should thank you for liking, much appreciated. And thank you all for anybody who's been following and all that stuff, you guys, muchly appreciated. Yeah, he's Canadian. Because I remember looking at something and then I saw, oh, because I read about him being Canadian. Thought that was pretty cool. You know who I liked from Whose Line Is It Anyway? What's the guy's name? Kind of has darker hair and kind of a European sounding name. Jacob, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. And Jabed as well, thank you for liking. He was in Office Space as well, the guy I'm thinking of. I think he was like, pretty sure he was in Office Space. Just had a little cameo. Geez, I don't remember his name now. Pretty bad, eh? I tell you, somebody I like, and Watching from New York City. Nice. Well, welcome. I am in British Columbia, Canada. So we're on the opposite side of opposites of North America almost. New York City's way on the opposite coast. Go at an angle downwards to go to New York City. I think it starts with a G. The guy's name. Maybe it'll come to me in a bit. Anyway, this guy had a series called The Searcher on CBC, which is Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. I don't think he's actually Canadian, but I could be wrong. And he was on Whose Line Is It Anyway a lot. And The Searcher was very funny. It really reminded me of a TV series called Sledgehammer that I thought was pretty funny too. But Axming, thank you for liking. Axming is probably a big Whose Line Is It Only, or Whose Line Is It fan. Whose line is it anyway, I mean. Do you stream 7 p.m. your time? Or 7 US time? It's 7 p.m. Well, I mean, technically, it would be a US time as well, but I mean, it's 7 p.m. Pacific time is when I start. So I mean, Pacific time would be Vancouver, LA, and stuff like that. They're all the same time zone. So 7 p.m. for that time. So you'd have to convert it if you're in the Eastern time zone or something like that. But there is a lot of the U.S. in the Pacific time zone as well. Like, I think California is one of your bigger populated states. Look at that accident. We're going to be delivering some goods here. It was good years ago. Do you know which guy that I'm thinking of? I think his name starts with G. And he was in Office Space and a lot of little things. But Office Space is where I remember him. You guys kind of know the different people from Whose Line Is It Anyway? I mean, you can narrow it down pretty quick. Where do they want it? Over there? Okay. Watch this. Although these big hanging or over things here will mess us up because it'll change the camera angle all the time. Maybe it won't. Okay, so it's got to be up here somewhere. Right there. Almost made you cry. Best stand-up I was ever at. Front row comic picked on me all night in a fun way. Oh, really? Who's your favorite comedian on this list? I remember in university there was a guy named Randy that was on my floor and a comedian picked on him. Shepo, thank you for following. Much appreciated. And the Yab, thank you for liking. Follows are super appreciated, and likes and all that stuff. Brody, hello, how are you? We gotta probably swing it over a bit, but I wanted that pull. Oh, a little bit hard there, guys. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. I would have supposed to go with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's a good choice. They're all good. Although nobody's picked George Carlin so far. So I guess maybe he's a little bit too old school. I'm not really that familiar with George Carlin myself, to be honest. You always see people use him for quotes and stuff, for memes, but... But you know, he's a little bit before my time, of course. I think. Oh crap, man. The only... You voted Robin Williams? Nice. Yeah, he's a good comedian too back in the day. The magic about Robin Williams is his was all improv too. If I would have put Joe Rogan or somebody on there, I bet he'd get picked a lot right now. Although out of modern comedians, I don't know. I think that that other guy, Tom Segura, is probably funnier. Look at that, we got there, guys. Excellent job. Woo! But I don't have no Streamlabs soundboard or something I can play a sound for you. You know, just have to put up with my sound. You love my streams because you're more laid back and chilled. Well, I'm glad you love my streams, Walter, and thank you for being here. And thank you to everybody who's liking and sharing and following. That's what helps bring all these people in to check me out. George Carlin. Oh wait, thing of how stupid the average person is. I realize half of them are stupider than that. Yeah, that's George Carlin, eh? Let's see what this company has to offer. Oh, look at that one. $54. 115 ammunition. Ooh, we get 115 grand for transporting ammo. Offer expires in 2 minutes. We gotta take it if we're gonna take it. Comes at 8. Let's do it. Let's transport the ammo, man. Mass. Good morning to you. You're cool to hang out with. Well, thank you so much. Oh crap, let's go forward. You know, Axming here. He's like old school, you guys. He's been hanging out since Mixer days. Old school. Mixer days. That was a while back now, eh, Axming? You remember old Mixer? Alright guys, let's head out with the ammo. There's lots of people that want to do some gun shooting, so they need ammo wherever that was. I think it was Russia or something. Of course, I should have slept, but then I would have lost the contract because it was like 2 minutes. You know, I know somebody that was a truck driver, and he got to haul explosives and stuff like that. And he said that you couldn't take that truck out of view, even if you had to go to the bathroom or anything. The truck had to be visible the whole time because you know, they're concerned about people breaking in and stealing, you know, explosives. So I bet you the same would be for an ammo truck. But probably worth a lot, I bet, the ammo truck. Yod, thank you for liking, much appreciated. I hope Yod mentions who his favorite comedian is. We gotta know what Yod's favorite comedian is, because Yod's a demigod. Cut this bus off a bit. Oh, I gotta go right anyway. Thank you for sharing, Yod, much appreciated. So there you go, guys. We're bringing ammo. 32-hour trip. Blog, hi Blog, thank you for being here. Oh, blow your face clean. Blow your face clean off your face, Eddie Murphy. There we go. Axman knows all the quotes from the comedians. All the good jokes. Yaddle, thank you for following, much appreciated. I still think the one that's most memorable for Eddie Murphy is the hamburger one. I got McDonald's. Did you see, Vlog, thank you for following, Yaddle, thank you for following. Did you see Coming to America 2 yet, you guys? In the credit roll, there's like there's a little joke, you know, where they're doing you know, kind of how they go through the cuts or mistakes or whatever. They kind of made fun of that little sketch there. Janger, thank you for liking the so they made fun of that particular joke. What about what's a good quote, Axming, from Robin Williams? Or Richard Pryor? I don't think you said Richard Pryor quote yet. Con, thank you for liking, much appreciated. We're making 54 bucks a kilometer here, guys. We're rolling in the money, provided we don't crash. The long one though, 32 hours remaining in the game time. Daniel, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Going a little bit, zooming right through the construction zone. Eddie Murphy was, he's been doing a lot of cartoons lately, but he was in that Coming to America 2 recently. Well, we can go get the old cruise control here. Maker. Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld almost made the list though. He was close. Got the rock music. Guitar solo from Facebook Music. It's on the street there. They put their garbage out there. So I had, for those of you who haven't heard, I had a blizzard today. It was a Girl Guide cookie, mint cookie. Girl Guide mint cookie blizzard. So it was pretty good. You know, if you're gonna have a you're gonna have a Girl Guide cookie, mint cookies are the way to go. I figure Roberto, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Danielle earlier. Oh, I should have maybe went there. So Next one. Or I'll probably start yawning like crazy. Of course, now that I missed that gas station, it'll be like 8 years from now by the time another one pops up. But we gotta be careful with speeding there. I'm surprised that cop didn't give me a ticket. We got one. Got lucky there, guys. It's a fierce competition for... Oh, George Carlin has a boat now. Fierce competition for the comedians now. It's a three-way tie for first. I was kicked out of school because of my attitude. I was not assimilating. So I went to work, taking any jobs I could get. That Richard Pryor, though, if you haven't watched his documentary, it's really interesting. There's a lot of trauma involved in his comedy, which seems to be the thing, you know. Sometimes the comedians are like that, you know. There's some sort of backstory. Do the things, you know, like Robin Williams, you know. I read a little bit about Robin Williams too at some point there. I guess he was pretending to be Scottish or something like that. For some stand-up thing that they were entering. Oh, oh. Hey, Robin Williams, you're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it, no matter what people tell you. Words and ideas can change the world. That's right. Do you remember what Robin Williams said about Canada? He said that Canada's like a nice apartment above a meth lab. That's all you got. He said that in one of his acts about Canada. You're getting tired. Robin Williams also sang for some award show. He sang the Blame Canada song from South Park. Man, see, no place to gas up or rest now, man. There's a plane though. We better mark off something, eh? All right, check it out. Where? Oh, there's a gas station just off the road here. We'll make it, man. We're making it. Is ammunition gonna be getting to where it needs to be gotten to? That must be weird for, like, you know, like, I don't know, for these Hunter, thank you for liking. Must be weird for these like comedians to get quoted on stuff though, eh? like that thing that Axwing had. You know, especially the first couple times, I imagine. Maybe they get used to it after a bit. We don't really need to gas up. I mean, we're going through here anyway. Randy, thank you for liking. We gotta hear Randy's favorite comedian. If you have other favorite comedians, guys, feel free to mention them too, you know. Maybe it's something we... That was a gas station. I'm resting because my guy is almost asleep. Yeah, I just slept in my little bed there. We light her up. See, it's like a light board. Mohammed, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We're flying again, guys. We're back in effect, carrying this ammunition to its destination. Sarah Benin, thank you for liking, much appreciated. And don't forget to hit that follow, guys. If you haven't followed, that would be awesome of you. That is, if you are enjoying what you are seeing here. I play other games too sometimes. Catch me and Axman playing hockey on Friday. We try to rack up the W's. Sometimes more successfully than other times. Have you got to see any comedians live, you guys? I was saying earlier how I saw Jerry Seinfeld live. That was pretty good. I haven't really saw anybody else notable. I saw some local ones before, you know. Fellas, thank you for liking, much appreciated. But yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing the different shows and stuff. Yes, yes. Seinfeld's just as funny in person as the show, you know, by the way. Good. Had good seats too. I usually like to go off to the side, like in the seats, stage side. Zukari, thank you for following, much appreciated, and thank you for being here. Oh, the votes are still rolling in, you guys. All sorts of changes and who the leader of the comedian, best stand-up comedian is on the votes. Kind of cool. Back in a bit. I like front row when you go. Do you like, if you go to a concert that's heavier though, do you stay away from the front row? So you don't get caught in the mosh pit? Or are you all right in there? We'll go to Slayer or something, eh? There we go, we'll adjust the position slightly. On camera, still good. Every time my chair slides back, every time. You guys see the loud lamp yet? Oh, you like to have a chair to sit down? Yeah, chairs are good, aren't they? I like sitting in kind of off to the side in the bleachers. You can see good. I don't usually have the lava lamp on, but you can kind of see it if you look closely in the background there. Right, oh, right beside the blue things there. if there's no light, it'd probably be easier to see, but. What about conventions? Have you ever gone to any conventions? I've gone to PAX a few times. That was pretty cool. I don't know how conventions will be post-COVID, but it'll be interesting to see if they go back to normal or if processes are completely different. That kind of thing, you know. I imagine it'll be a long time before conventions go back to what they were, if they do go back. Because, you know, ultimately, no matter how hard you tried, if you went to PAX, you came out of there with some sort of cold or something in the end, because there's so many people there, you know, coming from all over the world. I think there will be a lot more virtual conventions. In the future. You know, as they perfect the streaming and meeting softwares and that stuff. Although it's not quite the same. I don't know. I think it's a different feeling being in a big audience and stuff like that. I have a feeling they'll try to get back to normal conventions like Comic-Con and stuff like that eventually. But as far as it goes, it'll be interesting because it might take a bit. Who knows? We'll see. I think people will be eager to go back to music concerts, though. Maybe they'll require some sort of proof of vaccination or something. Who knows, right? We'll see what they do. I know the main governments don't want to really do it, but different businesses and stuff might, you know. Plus, the business is a lot of money. Have stuff spreading around, so they might try to take extra precautions, you know. Like we're hanging a right, coming up. We're delivering ammunition. I've never delivered ammunition before, but it pays pretty good. So that's a good thing. And then people will have a banging good time once they've bought that ammunition. So some sort of turn coming up here, or just a curve in the road, I guess. Hey, Carl. I hope you're doing well. What's your favorite comedian on the list? Here, thank you for liking. Ida made some money for us, guys. Isn't that awesome? If you guys know anybody interested in this stream, don't forget to share to your friends, or you know, tag them or something like that. Get them hanging out with us, man. Awesome. You and refer somebody. If everybody referred somebody that enjoys it, you know, we'd be having our own little convention in here, eh? That'd be cool. Virtual convention in the cab of the truck here. Feel like we're all going to Europe together. Yeah. Like you're like all like European backpackers or something. You're practicing now? Nice. What position are you practicing? Eddie Murphy. Nice. I got McDonald's. I got McDonald's. You watch Coming to America too, Carl? I just watched that not too long ago. Don't get to see Eddie Murphy very often in live performances. He's always voicing stuff these days. No, it's on, I think it was on Amazon, if I remember right. Amazon Prime. I just kind of wandered into Amazon Prime Video. I didn't even know I had that. Oh, okay. Kind of getting to know it all. Pretty awesome that with Game Pass you get all those stuff now though, eh? It's like super good value. They made some deals. There we go. We just adjust. We got to make sure we're comfortable. A long drive, you know, you don't want to be uncomfortable. Oh, the cops got somebody up there. Naughty, naughty. Alright, you guys, we're making it, man. We're delivering this ammunition. If you want to see the mission, it's right there on the right. Going to Allen, NCH. We got probably maybe 1 or 2 more sleeps for the character. We're making the dough. We got 380,000 bucks. We can buy a garage again soon. Hattie, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Kind of interesting, you know, as far as it goes, you know, most of these actors are all like from North America, but Facebook is very international, so it's interesting to see what people pick, because you know, some of these actors are that famous that, you know, most people know who many of them are around the world now. It's really cool to find out kind of what people like as far as comedians and stuff like that, you know. $1,567 kilometers to go. We're cruising in our Candia. Getting places. We're bringing the ammo home where it needs to go. We're doing a bang up job. No real crashes so far. We've had one kind of nick where we nicked somebody, but They were in the way. Uh-oh, police. Got somebody. Cars always looky-loo, and then they're going so slow. You know, we don't need the slow patrol. They're looky-loos. Think who got the ticket? We don't care who got the ticket. We just want to get going. Because, you know, we want to get the ammo where it needs to go. You know, in video games, believe it or not, there's a lot of video games that have ammunition needs. And we're delivering that ammo within the video game world. You know, it's like, I don't know, name your favorite video game that has like ammo in it. It's where it's going. That's what I figure anyway. Maybe they just need a lot in the town I'm going to, but you know, it's probably going to, you know, Call of Duty, getting subcontracted out to the Call of Duty truck. They got the heavy demand for ammo, you know, for their battle royales kind of stuff. We're delivering. They're gonna get their ammo and they're gonna be happy about it. A little bobblehead dog there. I don't know if you noticed it on the right. It's from one of the accessory packs. Got lots of accessory packs actually. I got a lot when they're on sale. If the sale's still on, but as far as it goes, there's a lot of software in this particular game, as you can imagine, since they've been running it since 2012. Although they did just release a DLC the other day. Yeah, these is archways, eh? That's pretty cool. Oh, there's some spray paint. I guess there is spray paint in other parts of the world. I noticed a lot of spray paint in the Iberia DLC. So we're getting places. Carrying the explosives for $50 a kilometer and doing lots of kilometers. Oh. Moved my mouse just a bit there. Kessler, thank you for following. Much appreciated. There we go. We're just drifting all over the place. Adil, thank you for following. Much appreciated as well. Alright. My remote. Just my... Ah, there we go. Adjusted my lumber support. Gotta have good lumber support. We're flying. I could use a 90 zone, but I guess 80 is fine. And let's go, Nadel Seco. Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for all the follows, the likes, the shares. Awesome of you guys to get that word out by liking and sharing and any interaction at all. To be honest, I think it helps you know, the Facebook know that, hey, this guy's all right. We should show him to more people. So any interaction you have, hanging out, you hang out for even a few minutes, it's awesome, guys. It helps a lot. And of course, you're welcome to come back as much as you like. I always enjoy talking to people from all over the world. and you know, we're trying to build a nice community here and all that good stuff, you know. Pops, thank you for liking, much appreciated. We're driving across Europe here. We're getting all the monies in the game. This is virtual money, not real money. Be nice. Imagine if I could make 410,000 euros. I'd be pretty pleased. Pleased as punch. But, you know, unfortunately, not how it is. Although I did buy a lottery ticket the other day. I bought what's called a Set for Life. It's something unique to British Columbia. Maybe there's similar games in other provinces and states and wherever's, right? But that guy hit me and cost me 400 bucks. But I didn't win. He tased me. You know, I thought maybe I had a chance at 50 bucks. But then it, you know how it is. You scratch the next one and it's a high amount and stuff like that. Yeah, dope. I didn't win though. It would have been way doper if I would have won. No, I'm happy with 50 bucks. You know, that'd be all right. If I won 50 bucks, I'd be pretty pleased about that. You know, because it's more than what I paid for the ticket. Granted, I'm happy just winning a new free ticket. And then I scratched some more tickets. Alec, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. I hope this view sparked. That's right. Sparking it. Thank you all for being here. Muchly appreciated. You play this game, kind of cool to hear your level or, you know, stuff like that. You know, what kind of truck you like in the game. Anything that, any tips that you have that are good to know about the game? The best Facebook music free song, although I deleted the one because they got me claimed on YouTube. Weird. Supposed to be all free, royalty free. But you know, starting to get to know this Facebook music. I'm not sure why the music companies don't just say, hey, yeah, you can for sure use these ones. These different online media platforms. You know, like no question at all. You want to use Rick Astley or something like that? That it's okay with old Rick? Then, you know, Rick Astley would get played a lot, right? But because you don't know if you're gonna get some sort of music strike against you, you know, you kind of edge to the cautious side, and it probably, you know, these record companies probably make more money by letting some of those songs play. You know, maybe if it's after a certain year or something like that would be a nice easy rule, but music licensing is like so complicated. It's just ridiculous. You know, like some countries you're allowed to play a song and some you're not, and stuff like that, you know. So if you're playing music that's not allowed in a certain country, then, you know, Facebook will have to not show you to certain countries. $22 hours to go. 1384 kilometers. Making good time here. Skip this gas station. It's always the worst mistake ever because then we have to listen to our dude yawn for 10 minutes. But, you know, maybe some people enjoy that yawning for 10 minutes. I can do an imitation. Oh. Oh. If I yawn, it makes you yawn, I bet too, though. And if you fall asleep, then you'll be waking up to the pleasant music of the other song, or, you know, like me smashing my truck into something or whatever, you know, it'll be like, oh crap, and then trucks flying across the meridian, you know, ammunition everywhere, a bunch of birds trying to pick up the ammunition. I don't know if birds would try to do that, but maybe. You never know. They might like to do that. If I was driving a Twinkies truck, you know, there'd probably be things chasing after it. What did Tula? Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. When I look over there, I'm looking at the name in the chat, you know. This game looks like real. You like it? It's pretty sweet graphics, isn't it? It's like and having a wheel adds to the experience too, you know. It's like you're right in it. But yeah, no, it's pretty good job by the company. This one's called Euro Truck Simulator 2. There's also an American Truck Simulator by the same company. Recently on sale, so got some extra components when the sale happened. Yeah, I get to tour around Europe here, eh? Pretty fun. Like to use the GPS. I had an old game on the Intellivision where it was like you had a paper map, but you know, it's way cooler using GPS. At least I think it is. I don't know. What do I know? Maybe it's cooler to not use the GPS. Maybe some people want to use it, eh? Rocking and rolling. I'm hauling ammunition too. So I'm getting $50 a kilometer for my character in the game. Yes, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Alright, and then, you know what it's like for you guys. You get to be like European backpackers or something like that, you know? Like you're kind of hanging out in the cab with me here. We're talking about the weather. Look at how nice the weather is in the game here. Got some power cables going over. Hopefully it's nice and clear and stuff for you guys. I was experimenting with the output on my stream today and yesterday and stuff because I had some technical issues that required me to reinstall it. Seems to be running better in this mode though. So, by the way, we're almost at 50 reactions, guys. 2 more reactions and we'll hit 50. So, if you haven't clicked like, please do so. I could probably... Yeah, I might be able to get away with another hour, but... we don't want to miss the opportunity. You're watching from South Africa, Cape Town. Nice. Thank you, Imanshu. Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Avinda, thank you for following. Much appreciated as well. Oh, we got more rest stops coming up, so we're okay. Maybe I'll go a little bit farther. Then we got one. It'll be a while, so The latest one we can do is that one. Because we probably will fall asleep if we try to go to that one. There we go. You know, one of my relatives was in Cape Town, I believe, a couple years ago. Sometimes he pops into the stream. But he won a ticket to go to anywhere he wanted that a particular airline flies to, and he chose to go to South Africa because he thought that'd be really cool, and he really enjoyed the trip from the sounds of it. One memorable picture is standing, I don't know if it's Cape Town, but he's standing where the two oceans meet. You might know better where that is, but it was pretty cool. Guess you don't run into that necessarily too many places, right? Jeremiah, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Awesome, you guys. Thank you for hitting the like. That helps a ton, you guys. And thank you for being here. And if you haven't followed yet, please do so. It's awesome if you want to follow, or if you want to get a notification when I go live. You can always hit the exclamation mark and then type the word notify, and that will alert you when I go live, which is typically 7 o'clock Pacific time. I'm pretty consistent there. But whatever time that is for you, it'll be about 2 hours ago from right now. Well, I guess if you're watching the VOD, that doesn't help you any, but if you're watching live 2 hours ago. It says I was live for 1 hour and 42 minutes and 37 seconds. We got 1, 2, 4, 3 kilometers to go here. Gonna have to sleep. I don't know if we can make it with one more sleep, or it will be maybe 2 sleeps for the character. Get that ammunition where it needs to be. But every kilometer we go, that's $50 for our character. Then we can expand our business. At the same time, we also got a bunch of other trucks and drivers. Alana, thank you for following, much appreciated. So it's like trying to earn the money to buy extra garages, extra drivers, so we can rule the trucking world here in my game. Plus we could see the world together here. Europe today. I also have American Truck Simulator, so sometimes we might tour America. It unfortunately doesn't have Canada in it without mods. Maybe one day though. I think if SCS knew how popular Canada would be all over it, right? Inisico, thank you for following, much appreciated. Alright, so I think we better go sleep. Have our character sleep here. We don't pass out. Go this way. There's a truck parked in our spot. Ramsey, thank you for following. Much appreciated. There we go. The driver needs to rest up. Otherwise, they'd be sleeping themselves into the bush. Maurice, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. We're back on the road. We're getting some night driving here because it's like 8 o'clock p.m. in the game. Alright, watch this. How's that for multitasking, eh? Get to do more than one thing at once here. Now we're gonna drink some water while we drive. We did it successfully. I'm sure you guys are cheering at home for that. That was exciting. We didn't even crash into anything. We're hauling the ammo. Nobody wants to see an ammo truck crash, right? Not that it makes much difference what I'm hauling. But, you know, it costs me a lot of money if I crash it. Ooh, I almost got that car there, though. Adjusting my seat, you know, and then I'm all of a sudden all over the road. We're speeding here. I better slow down a bit. Snack a lot. Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Alright. So where are we going? Over here. This looks like the perfect spot. Pay our toll. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was short. Pay our toll, 52 euros. Get up there, gate. And we are on the way. Boy, we're kicking butt this particular trip, eh? We've only smashed 2 cars off the road. That's pretty good. $800 in fines. No traffic or speeding tickets, I don't think, so far. We're making it. We're getting places. 1156 kilometers to go on this particular ammunition run. We're going to be rolling in the money-nition. Yeah. Snack a lot. What's your favorite comedian? Tell me, please. I gotta know what Snack a lot likes. It's always interesting to hear answers to these kind of questions, I figure. Anybody, too. I mean, you know. You want to share what comedian you like. Even if it's not one of these guys, I'd love to hear it. It's always kind of cool. As you can find. Oh, that was close. Man, I almost pooped. Alright. Didn't even see that guy. I should have looked left and right, I guess. I had a snack a lot today. I had the Girl Guide cookie Girl Guide cookie blizzard from the Dairy Queen. Never had one of those before. Sandeepa, thank you for liking. Also, thank you for liking to the other person. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you so much. Much appreciated. There we go. We're getting places. Got a funny text from one of my buddies the other day. Oh, really? How's the truck driving? It's going pretty good. We're hauling ammunition today, Fire Devil. $50 or 50 euros a kilometer. And it's a good run. 1135 kilometers remaining, and we're about a third or halfway or something. What's your favorite comedian? I don't know, you know. There we go. Adjust a bit while we're at the stoplight. Move my keyboard over here. There we go. Alright. You guys ever see that video of the guy that gets out at the stop sign and dances? It was about driving. We commute to work on the same road, so we come across each other about once a month or twice a month. He's beside me or behind me or something like that. Okay. I see. What was the funny text of it though? Oh, you got me curious now. Hey, we're gonna discover something here, guys, on the way here, it looks like. Going by a question mark. How exciting. Justin, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Better get in the other lane, eh? He asked me if I ever saw him picking his nose on the way to work. Crap, I can't see the light. There we go. And did you? Well, Steve, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Oh, we're cutting her a little bit into the fence there. I replied no. He replied, thank God, I never want you to see me picking my nose. Carrie, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. I hope you're feeling better, Carrie. I saw somebody talking about they having that Johnson & Johnson and feeling kind of crappy for a couple days too, you know. Hopefully you only felt crappy for a couple days or less. Or was it somebody else? I thought it was you that was telling me about that. Then did you ask him if he saw you picking his nose and that's why I was asking? Waka waka. That kind of means he picks his nose. It's true. Maybe, or unless he brought it up because he thought you picked in your nose. Just like that Seinfeld episode, you know, where George scratches his nose like that and somebody saw him from the other side and thought he was in full pick. You still feel kind of crappy? It's improving hopefully though, right? Yeah, I guess, you know, that's the thing with the Viknesh, thank you for liking, much appreciated. That's the thing with vaccinations and stuff like that. Everybody's body's different, so you know, it can be rough for some people and not too bad for others, and kind of a crapshoot, eh? Abdur, man, thank you for following, much appreciated. 70 here, I guess I could drive a little faster, eh? Yeah, they're still... I put my name in on some sort of list so that they text me when my age group can book appointments. But it's a little bit slow in BC here. Famous quote from Fozzie Bear. Yeah, no doubt, eh? Waka waka. It's also a famous quote from Pac-Man. Classic. You know, speaking of Pac-Man, I got like little Pac-Man video games. I got Pac-Man on the Xbox. I got, all these different Pac-Mans. But growing up, I had Pac-Man board game. You actually put down marbles, like white marbles and then yellow marbles in the power pellet section. And you played with your buddies. I didn't really have anybody that wanted to play board games with me when I was little, but so I just played by myself. But as far as goes, I bet you that board game would be very cool these days in a retro sort of way. I had all sorts of board games though. Like I had like Zaxxon. I still have one that's based on Survivor, the TV show, like from the original season of it too. They're like on season 18 or some crap now. Not year for year. Survivor hasn't been around that long, but not really. I mean, I guess, probably more on the video game side of them. But I haven't played. I played that Settlers of Catan. That seemed like a pretty cool board game. That's it. Thank you for liking. Great show. I remember a Pac-Man cartoon back in the day too. It's funny, they're kind of coming in phases of video game movies now. A whole bunch of Call of Duty movie coming up, and there's a great joke, cool game. Nathan Drake or whatever. Settlers of Catan, famous quote, I have wood for your 2 sheep. Right. Fun game though. You played it much, Axman? Have you ever played Cards Against Humanity? When I was at PAX, they were selling, I should have tried for it, but I didn't. But they were selling the giant box for like $50 or something like that. And they were signing it, like the makers of it were signing it too. But I didn't think to get it really. PAX is pretty overwhelming when you go there. There's so much stuff to look at. Benny, thank you for liking, much appreciated. It's like the ultimate bells and whistles. It's probably just like Vegas or some crap. Traffic light. Although it was a pretty cool experience going to PAX. I got to try stuff like the Xbox One before it came out. Got to try like Rock Band Pro guitars and stuff like that. It's expensive to go to, but it's fun. I was going to go to a show, I believe it's in Seattle, for people that make board games, in people that produce them, sort of like packs of board games. Oh, nice. Kind of cool. And God, thank you for following, much appreciated. I got to try a game called Monkey Poo, a board game. when I was at PAX. I don't know if you've ever played that. And Zombie Dice. I even bought Zombie Dice. That was very popular in the lines at PAX. Zombie Dice. Yeah, Monkey Poo, I think is what it was. I don't know. I think it was called Monkey Poo. It might have been just Poo. They had all sorts of, like, you know, they had Steve Jackson from Steve Jackson Games was there. You do have Zombie Dice? There you go. I played Zombie Dice because I got that at PAX. It's been a while since I played it, but there's a set right over there. Can you actually see my lava lamp? Is it visible? Star Wars. Yeah. Star Wars is a Steve Jackson game. I used to live in a small town in Alberta, and we had a Car Wars club. And they made the North American Atlas at that time, and so they included that small town on the Atlas in Alberta. So if you have that Atlas, you can see which one it is even. It's funny because they spelled Edmonton wrong. But they only have, like, you know, a few towns each province. Oh snap, Alberta shout out here. But yeah, we got our small town on there. We got to playtest Car Wars the card game. Berk. Thank you for liking, much appreciated. And by the way, welcome, Brian. Alberta. Yeah, I'm in British Columbia, but I grew up in Alberta. So I was kind of born in BC, and then I grew up in Alberta for a good portion of my childhood, and then I moved back to BC because there's more work here for my occupation. But yeah, and you know what? BC sure has a whole lot better weather than Alberta. I'll tell you that. That is cold there, man. At least where I was. You've been to Alberta before? Nice. Cameron, thank you for liking. Born and raised in Albertan. Alberta has little jobs now. Yeah, they're a little bit in a rough spot right now, eh? But yeah, no, there was because I'm like in the tech sector, right? So IT. So or BC had a little more choices for me. There's jobs in Alberta too for that, but I was kind of hoping that Calgary would actually get that Amazon headquarters. But I think ultimately they wound up choosing Detroit, if I remember right. Great stream as always. Well, thank you for being here and stuff. But Alberta has a really nice big old mall in Edmonton, though. Time for you to head off. All right, Axling, well, thank you for coming by. What part of Alberta are you in there, Brian? You hate Calgary, but whatever, right? So you're from near Edmonton then, I guess? Did the Battle of Alberta? I'm a Kings fan because, you know, I grew up near Edmonton. And they all traded old Wayno away. So when Wayne and Marty went to LA, I did too. I still remember in the Edmonton Journal, I collected the comics for Bub Slug, it was called. And you know what? And I kept them for the longest time. Then I was gonna take them back with me one time when I went, to my old, place, where my parents were. And I had brought the paper out. And I don't know where I put it. So I lost all these comics, but it was like Bub Slug, which was later the Betty series. I don't know if you guys know Betty, the comic Betty. Not Archie and Veronica, that kind of stuff, but just this other comic named Betty. But Bub Slug was this Edmonton centric comic. And I collected them, and part one series was he was trying to fight some guy, the leg breaker it was called. And then there was another part where he became an Edmonton Oiler, and he kept banking shots off of Gretzky's butt into the net. It was a joke. But Sajid, thank you for liking. Betty the comics? Yeah. But Bub Slug was the original. Betty was a character in that. It was his Bub Slug's wife, but the original comics by that artist started off as the back page of the Edmonton Journal comics, and it was like called Bub Slug, and it was very, very Edmonton oriented. Thank you for following, Sajid. Thank you so much. You have to restart your stream. Sucks when you have to restart things. I had to reinstall OBS here the other day. So I was experimenting with settings here. And hopefully they turned out for the better in the end here. Because I might not have got it exact. But I looked online for Bub Slug, and darned if you can find a copy of those comics. If I would have kept those things and scanned them, probably be awesome for some people's memories, because I might have it somewhere, but I assume that what happened was got recycled or something, Probably thought it was just an old newspaper. But it was packed by the door for me to take back with me to BC. I had specially tied them up and just cut off that back page, because I liked Bub Slug growing up. It was a long time ago too. Ezra, thank you for following, much appreciated. If you guys haven't followed yet, please do so, it'd be appreciated. And hopefully you'll find me again, and we can always hang out some more, whatever capacity you're comfortable with. In the, if you don't want to chat, you don't have to, but if you want to chat, awesome. See your name pop up and say hey. Excuse me. There we go. All right. But Sindhu, thank you for following. Nasworth, thank you for liking. Alright, you guys, we're getting places though. We're hauling ammunition on this particular go around. We're getting places. Oshesh, thank you for following. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna move my keyboard here for just a second. Oh, oh, geez. I moved the mouse and it made me look way over there. There's the stars for a second. I'm just gonna grab my water here. There we go. There we go. Am I still moving? Oh crap. It's like drifting along. Wow, darn it all. Right. These guys are all like, what's going on here? The police car right there. I think I didn't hit anybody, eh? I wonder if I can get past these guys without hitting them. One Dula, thank you for liking. That will be okay. They'll probably give me a ticket for going the wrong way, though. Try to work my way back across the street. Alright. Switch back to first person. You! Rock! Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Everything's still relatively on screen. Can you guys see my lava lamp? I turned on my lava lamp today. Right in the corner there, beside the Tomb Raider thing. We averted disaster. Just trying to grab my water and rolling along. There's cars there and everything. Talk about lucky. Lucky, lucky. You're so lucky. My guy's tired again already? Still 12 hours to go. We're gonna have to try to reach under 10 hours. Oh crap. Oh. Is there a reason why you're stopped there? Like seriously. Are you dropping somebody off in the middle of Booneyville here or what? Oh yeah. Not sure why that guy was stopped there. I have no clue. Just caused me a problem, I guess. Alright, we're getting places now though. We got the ammunition. And we're bringing it to the ammunition store, I guess. I don't know what the heck. Okay, is this guy gonna stop in the middle of nowhere now again? Hey, it's a border. At least we can go over here, I think. Past this bus. He's a little crazy. Checking your documents, please wait. Where are you going? What's your destination? How long are you going to be? They say when you cross borders. If you're a border guard, you probably know the questions better. But every time I cross the border, that's what they ask me. Oh crap, let's go to the speed limit so we don't get a massive ticket. We go down here. I think we're going the wrong direction. I'm not ready to sleep quite yet. Let's go over the curb though. See that? We're 4x4 in. The guy's standing up there. He has a better view up there, I guess. Checking my documents. Please wait. And what happens if you got past the first document check and then the second document check wasn't as good? That'd be nuts, right? Oh, it's 40 here again. Where I got your guns and ammunition. Oh, messed up camera view for that turn, eh? There, that's a good view, eh? You guys like that view? Here's what I'm hauling, by the way, right there. Ammunition. Going too fast. Let's go down so we don't take it. 70 here. Alright, we're going to the right. Red light. Watchera, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Man, slow light, eh? You guys going? Red, green to me then. What? 700 bucks? Darn it all. All those other cars are going. I guess they had left turn signals or something. Well, darn it. I can't believe they ripped me off at 700 bucks. We're gonna have to go 14 kilometers to make up that $700. Lots of city speeds here, eh? We are cruising. You got me cruising. Green light. Good timing. We're gonna make it, dudes. Zabe, thank you for following. Much appreciated. I hope you are having a great day. Along with everybody here, thank you. Everybody who's been following and liking and sharing. If you have a friend you want to refer, just pop their an @ symbol and their name, and then you can let them know, hey, check this out. You could say it like Canadian way, check this out. Don't know what you're talking about. Or as some Canadians say, a boot. Alright, we're turning. We got places to be, man. The guys getting tired. We don't want to be stuck inside the city when we're tired. Lots of checkpoints, so that, or not checkpoints, so that we can find places to sleep. Thank you for liking. Much appreciated, Shazeb. And Farrah, thank you for following. And I'm not sure, Beanie, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Probably said that completely wrong, I'm sure. So you've got a left turn coming up. We're doing the trucking route, man. Look, we're up to 459 from the other drivers. Making money while we drive. In addition, we're gonna get paid all the way to the virtual bank here. Yeah, this is awesome, you guys. Thank you for being here, and welcome. Anytime you want to hang out, you just stop in. I'm here every day, 7 o'clock Pacific time. If you want to be notified, type exclamation notify. You don't sometimes want to get notified. It doesn't notify everybody. Then you could hit follow. But exclamation notify is the way to, you know, get 99% chance of being alerted if you happen to be on the Facebook while I'm actively streaming. Otherwise, you can always stop in and watch the VODs too if you want. We got VODs everywhere, man. Sticking out everywhere, man. We got traffic circles here, man. Got fine turns. Look at that. That business, eh? We got yawns, man. I've been everywhere. Well, that's awesome. In Iberia too? Iberia, I went to 20 places and did the Iberian Challenge. But then I'm now over in somewhere on the north side of the map. We're getting places. Oh, the song. Oh, I thought you meant you've been everywhere in the game. Did you ever hear the pubic hair version of that one? It's like, I seen pubic hair, man, sticking out everywhere, man. I don't know if that's the same thing. It's a version I heard on some comedy tape. Bit Lavana, thank you for liking, much appreciated. And thank you for sharing and liking. Alifa, super awesome of you. Thank you so much. There's a star. Look at the star. Did I point on camera there? Hopefully I did. All right, we're getting places though. 40. We gotta be careful. We're driving through the residential part of town here. We got 641 clicks to go, man. Our guy's gonna be tired, but we should be able to make it without sleeping again at least. Getting that ammo to where it needs to be ammoized. The ammo depot. Let's check out the poll here. Looks like everybody's got votes, multiple votes now. We got a definite leader, but not by a lot. Been flipping around between two of them, kind of back and forth a little bit. Interesting. Like they're comedians, I guess, eh? You guys like the comedians? We'll have to have like a comedian competition, you know? There's so many good comedians out there. Yeah, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Alright, 70 here. We are getting places, man. Steve, thank you for liking, much appreciated. And Francis, thank you for liking. Much appreciated also, everybody. Thank you so much for all the likes. Oh, my mouse is over here. Whoop. Man, we looked everywhere around there, eh? I think my guy dropped a contact or something, you know. We're transporting ammunition. We got the package. The ultimate video game essential item. I mean, there's not too many video games that don't have some sort of ammo in them. You know, you got the GTA players, you got the Call of Duty players, you got the PUBG players, you got everybody in need of the ammos. Aquino, thank you for following, much appreciated. Very awesome, guys. Thank you so much for following. Hey, what's this? A border. Gotta go over here. What's that? Oh, we got stars for Star! Thank you so much, Kristen, for the stars. Oh, he's still checking my documents and I'm starting to drive away. I was so excited by the stars. Thank you so much. You know, it's very fun because, you know, as you can see, my stream name is Star. Oh, crap. Oh no. That's not good. Drove over the rail or something here. How the heck? We're not going nowhere, apparently. Really, I'm not moving forward or backward. I guess we got a tow. That's crappy. Hopefully the towing place isn't too far away. 41 minutes. 3 hours and 41 minutes. That's lame. Please be closer. I can't believe it was that easy to hook onto that rail. Well, hopefully it didn't cost us too much in the end. How far are we now? Wonder might as well fix the truck while I'm here, eh? Nine hours. Oh, it went the wrong direction. Darn it, eh? Oh well, this way we discover somewhere new, eh? Oh, let's get that straight. Have to watch out for that pole next time, or not pole, but low guardrail. Funny, my front end of my truck had no problem going over that. Train around there somewhere. We might wind up being a tiny bit late because of the delay on the tow. Well, there we go, but that's okay, don't matter. Game, right? Driving just the same. We discovered an Iveco dealer because of this slight detour. That was cool. But you can't pick what garage you go to, or maybe you can, I don't know. We're cruising though. Cruising for our bruising. I don't think I damaged the truck particularly much. Alan, thank you for following. Much appreciated. There we go, guys. We're cruising. Kristen was helping me out with the blizzard today. Give me 99 stars towards a blizzard. Or towards my keyboard, one of the two. The Girl Scout Mint Cookie Blizzard. You ever notice that when you get the blizzards though, compared to the old days, they've gotten smaller? Like, what a rip. I noticed that with Cadbury eggs too, actually. I was reading an article. You like those Easter eggs? You got that right? Yeah, I got the one, the Girl Guide cookie one is the one I had. What's the next flavor I get? I don't know until I go to the Dairy Queen. And I was like, because I was thinking I was gonna get the Royal Reese's one, but then I saw that one on the menu, so I just thought it looks good. But yeah, the Cadbury eggs though, I read an article, they went down in size a little bit. They reduced their size. They reduced their price just slightly, but they reduced their size by like 10%. So they claim it's cheaper, but you know, everything seems to just go up really and then get smaller. Marlon, thank you for following, much appreciated. I suppose that could have been worse, you know. I could have got like a big $70,000 bill. Instead, I didn't even damage the truck. I just had to pay for a bit of towing. Okay, we're going straight. Fortunately, we're not going to be behind Trado anymore. You like the original sizes. Everything seems to go down though, don't they? Like, as far as it goes. These companies are sneaky. You know what they'll do is they'll like round the bottom of the cup and then put on the packaging how great the cup shape is now as a selling feature. They round the bottom so that it holds less liquid or whatever. And then they'll raise the price because of the new shape. They're tricky. All these little things. It's all about the... Oh crap, dudes. The guy was going for it and made me ride on the sidewalk. Maybe there's nobody walking on the sidewalk, eh? Get you anyway. And they know how to market it too. They use that viral marketing these days. BRM oil. Let's pass that. See how far we can get. I don't know if we can make it 5 hours or not, but we'll see. That tow truck driver probably was like, oh, how the heck did you get there? And it's the worst part is I was looking. I didn't see it as a big obstacle. I just turned and then my trailer got caught. Right when the front of the truck didn't get it though. Ranga, thank you for following, much appreciated. Thank you everybody for following. It's all awesome of you, and liking and sharing and all that, and thank you for the stars. That's awesome. Alright, you guys, we're gonna make this turn here very smooth. Got a traffic circle come out. Bet our guy can't like boost the sleep just by a couple hours or something, you know, like a skill. Add another skill set bar or something. Probably just be coming up to the city I was at. The video game companies like doing that too, you know, they... Remember you used to be able to buy a full video game. Be polished and everything, now they get you to download a giant thing. The goalie feels stiff in the net still. Oh really? They changed a couple little things, but I found the goalie is a little bit tougher this year. How long of a Game Pass did you buy, William? Because there's a lot of cool games in there. You should try that Star Wars game, Fallen Order. That's pretty fun. Because I imagine that one has a limited license. You know, they'd only be on Game Pass for so long. Oh, 2022? Oh, okay. Yeah, if you haven't played Fallen Order yet, though, it's pretty cool. I played that one through on Mixer. When I was back there. I think it was on Mixer. I like the Star Wars games. Considered canon, you know. Disney made everything canon. It's new games and new movies. And the regular old movies. I didn't get a ticket for that, eh? We're going 84 in a 70 zone. Maybe that guy just looked like a cop. Guess what Xbox is doing to Sony with MLB The Show? It's going to be in the Game Pass on day one, which is pretty cool. Is that what you're referring to? Hey Robert, how are you? Hey to you? Who's your favorite comedian from this list? Gotta know. There's some fantastic... Oh crap, train. Oh. It's not gonna be a long train though, it's only like short trains in this game. I'm doing good, thank you. $11 cars, maybe? Yeah, what a way to screw them. A lot of people are canceling their pre-order from previous. I think that it's kind of cool. Thank you for liking, Robert, and thank you, AS, for liking. Much appreciated. I don't think it's really trying to screw them though. I think it's just like, because you know that company has obviously got a deal with Xbox, but I don't know, they must have a plan though. They're trying to make that, sell that Game Pass, I guess, you know. Probably kind of crappy for Sony fans to see that their previously exclusive game is going to be essentially free to Xbox people. And then on top of it, all these Bethesda games are going to be all like going exclusive too, probably. Alright, where are we going here? 80. Okay, let's go. Who's that? Cruise control. 6 hours and 9 minutes, eh? Oh, we only got 3 hours left on the thing. Cool, Jen. Waya, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Oh, oh wow, $1,300 speeding ticket. A rip. Basically the cost of Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, and then you know what they do is they reel you into that ecosystem. So then you like play these other games and then you keep it, you know. Peg, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Alright, guys, we're getting there. 397 kilometers. Ranjith, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Oh, 80 here. I think we're hanging it right. Going up. We are making it. We're delivering ammunition. Like the best cargo because it gives you 50 dollars per kilometer. There's only some a little better than that, like vaccines and stuff, was 70, I think. Or maybe there's better ones than that, I don't know. 50 seemed pretty good. Alright. Straight away. Although we're gonna need sleep for our character. Eyeing up that gas station there. Maybe there's a better one coming up. Lady D, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Are you excited about the show, you guys? I think that'll be awesome to have on the Xbox. They've really been lacking a sim style baseball game for a long time. You know, there was RBI, but you know, like there's no real equivalent to the show on the console, you know. I wonder how come Sony let that happen though. You'd think that they'd want to keep it exclusive. Maybe MLB was making the call on that one, eh? They want baseball fans from both consoles. All right, we're going over here. And over here. We are making it. But we need sleep. Maybe I'll stop in at the gas station even though it's only 300 kilometers. Ozzy, thank you for following, much appreciated. See, my guy's yawning. I don't think I can make it for almost 5 hours. Like getting stuck cost me probably a bit. But just thank you for liking. Getting a rest. What's up? What's up? Uh-oh. Delivery expected soon. Means we're gotta get her over there quick. I don't know if we have enough time. We can get through on this side? I don't think we can. Whoops. Get out of here. There's ammo over there, man. I don't know how much warning it gives you, but maybe we're fast. We'll make it, or we'll be really close. The deadline. The extra 12 hours sleep didn't help us any. But I think we'll make it close. We're only 300 kilometers away. Probably a couple hours late or something. And they'll charge me $5,000 or $10,000 or something dumb. Oh, alright, I'll get $3,000 speeding ticket. That's not gonna help any. And rip. Speed trap, speed trap. Another speeding ticket. Like you're in a hurry, you get nothing but speeding tickets apparently. They should like roll a dice and then you can do a charisma check against, maybe get a lot off or something on the speeding ticket once in a while. Alright, 80 here, I want to go 80. That huge speeding ticket there threw me off a bit. There's a campground or something on the left, eh? Hey, William, does any of the mods let you race cars through the maps? I could imagine somebody making a mod like that, eh? Man, your own need for speed. We're getting places, guys. We're almost there. Big old delivery of ammunition. Crazy ammunition here, eh? We get some daytime driving here. Oh crap! Jerk! I was passing and he went right into me. Race the trucks, possibly, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know, because they have little Lamborghini police cars. Lee, thank you for liking. And Nina's, thank you for liking earlier as well. You know, that guy was passing and he swung right into me. That should be him at fault, not me. I'm not sure how to say your name, but thank you for liking. Oh, there's a bus. Zappa something. Oh, maybe that's not even close. I don't know. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We're back up to 80. Maria, thank you for liking as well. Muchly appreciated. $200 kilometers to get this ammo there. I think that one guy swerved into me to try to rob the ammo. Did I just take out that sign? If I did, my apologies. Highways. You'll have to fix that. All right, 90 finally. Up with that, we actually got the better speed limit. ABR, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Hello, how are you? Welcome. We're getting the ammunition delivery done here. We're going to be a little bit late, I think, but we're going to be pretty close. Swinging us off to the side, eh? What if we could sneak it off by going straight? No, just go straight. And swing right, maybe up, not at this intersection, the one after that. If I mess myself up here. Nope, I think that's good. E-juice. Okay, we're going right here. All right. Eddie Murphy, Robin Williams are still competing. Richard Pryor's getting in there as well. George Carlin, he's got a few votes. He's not that far behind either. So it's a close competition everywhere. So put your votes in if you haven't. Also, please follow, it'd be appreciated. You know, it's awesome of you guys. We got a green light over there. $167 kilometers to go. We got a right turn coming up. Oh crap. Didn't think I'd be able to stop on time there. Man, every red light, eh? I wonder if I went through the bush there, if that would give me a ticket. Alright, you guys. Ammunition is one step closer to home. Gotta go home. ET call home. Messed myself up by having to call in for tow, but other than that, we're pretty close on target. Just like the perfect turn. If it would have been like 1 second earlier, I would have skimmed the wall and then I had to go around it. There might have been a way to back off of it, but my truck didn't want to seem to move at all. We got the home stretch here though, 90 kilometers an hour now. And hopefully we're not too late. It was already given us the warning that they expect us to be on time. That's usually bad news, man. That means we're in that delivery zone. We're getting there though. Delivering the goods. The package is incoming. Whoa, we just about got the rail there. Abel, thank you for liking, much appreciated. We get to go 90 though, that's awesome. I like going 90. That's the fastest my truck can go unless I'm going downhill. Got a right turn coming up. We're losing our 90 though. Oh, I guess we'll see. We're lucky there. We didn't have to follow that guy too long. We were speeding 92. Alright, we're getting places here. 90 is the best. Oh crap. Fortunately, that guy got out of our way quickly. That could have been disastrous. Here we are trying to go down the highway. They're cutting us off. Brits, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Trying to haul this ammunition in there, get it in on time. 46 kilometers to go. Pretty close to target, but I'm not quite sure if I'll be on time or not. Get a little bit of money penalty, I guess. So Lorenga, thank you for liking, much appreciated. If you guys want, please hit that follow button if you're enjoying it here. It'd be awesome to see you guys again. And of course, if you want to be notified, type exclamation notify to be alerted, you know, little bell in the corner. There's our destination, guys. I don't know how big the window was when they warn you that you're getting close. Guess we'll find out. I think I had about 4 hours remaining game time on the trip when they warned me. And I can't believe the speed limit up here is 90. Alright, we're getting into town here. Video, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Alright, we're over here, we're over there, we're everywhere. Left. Could really look both ways, but you know, what's the adventure in that, eh? Alright, where is the park? Doable, I guess. Right up. Didn't count. Oh, lucky. First try. Late! How badly were we late? Seriously, $115,000? They didn't pay us because we were late. Like, the penalty was more than the trip. So 0 XP and 0 money. Ayush, thank you for following. Much appreciated. I've never seen that before. I guess I was 11 hours late. But that doesn't mean I should be docked 100%, you know. I should take this ammo away and then sell it somewhere else because obviously they're not paying for it. Esteban, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Well, that's kind of a rip-off. Oh well, what can you do, I guess. David, thank you for liking. Ayush, thank you for following. What a bummer, man. I can't believe they're charging me the whole thing. What's up with that? Alright. Well, let's buy a garage to do some retail therapy. God, thank you for liking. Can't believe I just did an entire, I don't know, 2-hour trip. And I didn't get paid or any XP for it. Only XP was, of course, hanging out with all you fine folks, but that's the most I've ever been charged. Wesley, thank you for liking. Jitten, thank you for liking. Alright. We're by Austria, eh? Well, at least our drivers were making money while I went there. I'm gonna buy an Iveco because they're the cheapest. Tuppy, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Don't forget to follow too, guys, if you can. Awesome if you did. Where did I just buy? Austria, right? Go. Harris, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Where's the recruitment agency? Natalia can transport explosives and do long roads, so that's a good thing. Gafur, thank you for following. Much appreciated. And Brazio, thank you for following as well. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Moyekwa, thank you for following. Alright guys, let's get Natalia, I guess. There we go. Did I miss anybody? Brasio, Bafour, Moiqua, and Harris. That's 4 follows right in a row, eh? Thank you guys. Right. Now that we put that in there, let's do our management. If anybody needs readjusting. Most are balanced. So I like to train them up on the road one first. And then when they're full, make them balanced. He hasn't leveled up yet? She's making a little bit of money. There we go, guys. Awesome. Well, you guys, you know what? Unfortunately, I do have to work tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap it up with that getting no XP thing. But, you know, what can you do? We'll get more XP tomorrow. But let's review the poll, and if you haven't followed yet, please do so. It'd be appreciated. If you even after the fact, even if you're liking and sharing, watching the video after the fact, even that helps a bit. So that's awesome if you guys do that, because then it gets the video shown around some still. The poll results. Our winner is Eddie Murphy with 36%. Robin Williams, it was a close battle all night. You know, it was like they had the lead. There was a tie for first for a while between 3 people. But Robin Williams got second place with 27%. And then for third, Richard Pryor and George Carlin wound up tying 18% each. So that's awesome, guys. It's interesting to hear. So now you guys will have to watch Eddie Murphy Raw or something like that if you can find it on Netflix or something. Because, you know, you could see why he's such a funny stand-up comedian. But, very memorable performance. Now, if you haven't followed, please do so. And thank you for those likes, those shares, those follows, for the stars earlier. Much appreciated. Coming to America 2 is Eddie Murphy as well. But I mean, I'm talking about stand-up. What's up, bro? So you finally got it. Multiplayer. Nice. And when we can meet or somewhere and do. I got the... I don't know if I have the multiplayer. Like, I got the World of Trucks or whatever, but I'm not really sure how to go into that beyond doing external mission. But God, thank you for sharing. But thank you all for being here, and I'm gonna go to bed. So have yourselves a good night, and I start at 7 o'clock Pacific time. So pop in tomorrow about 3 hours from whatever time it is right now if you're watching live. So thank you again.